Hello, the Keen Witch here with the Tarotscopes for Taurus season, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. My Libras, this Taurus season, thank goodness, has fewer life-shaking astrological events. Um, I do think we really need some downtime to kind of digest and contextualize the astrology of early 2025. It was a lot. It's been intense. Everything happening has been so much. And I'm not saying put down your labor and your activism. I'm just saying take some time to take care of yourself this Taurus season because there is space to do that. It's time to breathe. It's time to get good naps, to sleep, to regenerate, and really revive ourselves. I have made another video on the astrology for Taurus season. Sorry, I'm a little slow because I'm recovering from a cold and my body's like, um, so I've made that. There's not a whole lot happening. There's a couple events that I think are going to be impactful on kind of like a larger scale, but we have the Taurus new moon, which is going to be something special. And then the full moon in Scorpio conjunct Uranus, which is a beast of its own. Um, the two that I think are kind of the more important ones are the Sun Uranus conjunction, and you can hear about my thoughts on that in that other video. But um, it does feel like a time to kind of regroup. I also think it's a time for Libra specifically to kind of reconnect to self. A lot has been happening. Venus will be going into your opposing sign of Aries in detriment. It's your ruler. Taurus is a Venus ruled sign. So there's a lot going on for you, but it feels more like a reestablishing of self rather than like coming into new topics and ideas and situations. This is about you kind of grounding and centering yourself. And I love your oracle card for this. It is primordial passion, leave your mark. It also reminds me very much that Mars is now in Leo. A bit of your more kind of like feral side, I think, needs to jump out and be present and active now that we're kind of through the Venus retrograde, which I don't know about you. I'm a Venus ruled sun. Was a lot. So now it's time to kind of come on the other side of this and really reestablish who we are. I think sometimes Libra can get stuck in a box as like being equitable and accommodating. And I think we forget that justice holds a sword. And so it's time to tap into that kind of harsher side of Libra, which I think is necessary. And I don't use harsh in a negative way. I think you need to have that hard edge to truly exemplify who and what a Libra is. Um, Also, Libras who don't have firm boundaries end up taking that out on other people, like most of us, especially with, the sun and fall. Uh, Set up those boundaries so you don't take it out on other people and you can take it out on the people who deserve it. So yeah, make your mark, tell your story, leave an impression of yourself for future generations, not as a sign of ego, but as a sign of care for the people who come behind us. There is the Hanged Man to start off in your spread. So I do think, especially with those post retrograde shadow periods, Venus, Mercury, Mars, we're still in those. I do think there is a sense of kind of stasis in this season for you. It's okay. I don't think we need to be doing a whole lot. I think Taurus season is really about recouping and regrouping. Stuff is going to be happening anyways because Jesus was Aries season wild. But don't feel bad if things don't start moving. We're still dealing with that residual energy from the retrogrades. It's time to, with the Six of Swords, set sail on to new horizons, but you're not going to be reaching any shores in Taurus season. You're just kind of pushing off onto a new journey, which might end up feeling a bit regressive because you're like, I feel like I don't have direction because that's kind of how the beginning of a journey starts. You've got so much ahead of you. But I think this is a really important kind of uh, moment of redirection and finding your inner compass. And that's really what eclipses are about and the Venus retrograde. It's about realigning your compass to the direction you need to go and your purpose in life. And so let that story continue to play out this season and like push off from where you are now without expecting immediate return. I think a lot of us, especially because we live in a capitalist society, are constantly looking for like exponential gains. That's not how the natural world works. Everything takes time. Things don't always exponentially multiply. Sometimes they're just the way they were last time. And that's fine. And it doesn't make you any less activated or progressive or inspiring. It actually means you're following the natural cycles of your body better than most of us. So have faith in yourself. If you seem to be moving slower, that's probably a healthier way to go, honestly. It's hard because the pressure of existing in this world feels like if we don't move quickly, we're going to get crushed. But also, it's a really beautiful statement to be like, I'm not going to be rushed or pushed or pressured into doing something that isn't right for me. And I think that's a lot of what Taurus season is about, is being like, no, this isn't right for me. I want this. I have a lot of clients who come to me asking, should I take this kind of more immediate opportunity? And the answer is not always no, but a lot of times what the cards come back is they're like, if you're not careful, this immediate gratification is going to take up so much energy that that future longer term thing you're looking for is going to get choked out. So if some immediate answers come, intuitively, please do them if you need to. But also, if you have a longer term goal, how does um, that immediate kind of meeting of the needs tie into the bigger story and the bigger picture and the thing that might take longer but be better for you? I'm not saying don't do the things to take care of yourself because they're immediately available. I'm just saying consider how that fits in your long term desires and dreams. Um, if it's going to take more of your resources and cut your legs out from under you, if there's a huge price tag on it, maybe hold out for something that doesn't require you to sell your soul to it. And then we have a Queen of Swords, which I think really ties well into what I've just been saying. It's about finding what you need. And I really love this image of like this cosmic being kind of diving into the current of the universe. The Queen of Swords is sharp and clear and also very intuitive and very connected with desire and need and the cost of things. So, jump into this air current of the universe, find what works for you. It may not seem like common sense per se, but a lot of modern common sense is like, how do I not get crushed by capitalism rather than like, how can I survive healthily as a person? And I will tell you from experience, like, I have a bunch of genetic stuff, but also a lot of my stuff is like nurture and environmental. If you push yourself too hard and if you go against your intuition and if you do things that are just not good for your nature and good for your body, like overworking, like pushing yourself past your limit over and over again, you will be worse off and you will develop illnesses and become immunocompromised, etc. It's just what happens when you push the body too far. So, you know, taking into consideration your immediate needs, but also taking into consideration the future needs. It's a very Taurian um, kind of function to be longer looking. It's the beauty of fixed signs. We tend to have a longer view of things, which can make it really hard for us to get stuff done in the immediate. But you're a cardinal sign, so you can counterbalance that a bit. And then we do have Two of Stones. A lot of this is about negotiating things. It's about, like you said earlier, about really being in touch with what you need and what you desire, and also what can you functionally pull off with the stuff that you do. And excuse me, sorry about that. I've got, like I said, recovering from a cold and it's just very congested. Um, what do you need and what can you practically and functionally do with what you have? And letting that partially be your guide. I know a lot of us are struggling with jobs and money and things like that, but putting yourself in a position where you're going to get burnout in 2 weeks and, destroy your health or get injured is also not going to be good for you. So be really gentle. Even if you're not struggling, I would really encourage you, if you're in a job that requires more than your pay grade, cut back on what you're giving them because they're not paying you enough. And if they complain about you not overworking yourself, be like, well, this is not in my job description. The stuff you're asking me to do is not what I'm contractually supposed to do. And they can try to do stuff to you with that, and maybe they do, but you deserve to be respected and treated like a human being who has rights. Last but not least, we do with the world. Virgo's got this too. Was it Virgo's? No, it wasn't Virgo's. It was Virgo's. Virgo's got this as well. It does feel like Taurus season is wrapping up a lot of stuff that we experienced from the beginning of this year. And this type of energy and astrology and general vibe is, very universe led. There's not a whole lot you can do to manipulate this. This is finishing things up. This is dealing with things that were started in the retrogrades. So let those things wrap up. Don't push yourself, especially since we started with the hangman. Don't push yourself to have like a bunch of new ideas and topics. Those things are already starting and germinating. You don't need to like give them miracle grow and try to force them to grow faster than is healthier for them or you. The universe's timing is often aligned with our capacity. So, really listen to yourself this Taurus season. Listen to your needs, your desires, your values. Those will be your best guides. All right, my Libras, this is my reading for you. Please like and subscribe if it resonated. Also, you can ask me any questions or make any comments in the comments section, as always, or you can find me on the other platforms under the name of The Keen Witch. Blessed Taurus season.